what do you see as something that may be misunderstood by other people or other departments about what you do in VFX?
A lot of times I have to go up and get a lighting reference, and it feels silly, especially when I have to use the chrome ball, which I absolutely hate doing. It's like embarrassing to walk up with the chrome ball and say, hey, I need this, because everybody thinks you're just doing it to justify your job. But then I go back to my CG team and they really want those references so they can get more accurate lighting. And I can convince the producers, the director, the DP, they all understand because we've had pre-production meetings, we've had discussions at length. But the people who are trying to move fast and set up for the next scene, this is the trick, is I always get to go get my references at the end of a scene. At the end of a scene, everybody's ready to move on. Well, grips are ready to start moving things out of the way and come in, and they have to wait. And it's the most pressure with all the eyes are on you of like, you're just waiting. And so often lights get turned off before I even get my reference. And so I try to get it at the beginning of a scene. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get my reference. And then as soon as they start rolling, they're like, oh, stop, got to make an adjustment. And now my lighting reference is off because they've adjusted the lighting based on where the actor's landing versus where they did it in rehearsal. And that's just like a tiny little bit. A lot of times they think I'm just taking up time and not realizing in the big picture, it's going to look better because of it. And they don't care about saving money. Like, hey, this is going to save a ton of money in post, but the production budget and the post budget is so completely separated at the time of filming that they don't make the connection. And especially the crew that's working hard and just wants to move on to the next thing.
And it's a little like the sound guy asking for room tones in some respects.
Right.
Everybody quiet.
Yeah, so everybody thinks whispering in the back corner is going to be fine. They're like, you don't get what room tone is. And doing, a little, working on short films and doing sound, I absolutely realize the value of it now.
Yeah.
You don't have it, and it's very bizarre with this void of sound. Yeah. But I also think with the misunderstanding of what a visual effects supervisor does, it has changed a lot. There's so much online and YouTube and so many shows that you can go and learn about it. So I think the knowledge has grown, but they might not always necessarily understand what the on-set person's doing, but they understand a lot more of the big picture of what happens later. So I'm having less backlash when I ask for things a lot of times, especially if the DP and the director know what I need and why. They understand it's to help their final product. So they're usually on my side, and then I'm fine. But sometimes you get hired on a show that you didn't talk to, and you're there the first day and you've met nobody, and that's when it's a struggle. You have to figure out who are all the key players that you need to get what you need.